Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Washington Redskins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. This is how they will line it up defensively for Washington. And they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. A look at the numbers from a week ago for Reed. 10 catches, 61 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. They go play action with Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The numbers there for Howard a week ago. 25 carries, 86 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Completes it to Aguilar. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 38, Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. From the gun now on third down, Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. From just shy of midfield, Haskins. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. Well, look now at our starting defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
65. Check hot route.
They'll get 3 out of the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. It's caught by Aguilar. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Ebron with it over the middle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now it's Haskins, and this one complete to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Got a man open, it's Ross. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. The throw complete here to Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Let him know. Mike's 50. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And some space here. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, they run with Howard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 2nd and a couple. Carr got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Keelan Cole, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's Geis.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's get sack lunch.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. First throw now for the backup Lock. Slings this deep. He's got a man. Complete. 33 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lock. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Lock to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Here's Carr to throw, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. In his end zone, here's Locke. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18. Locke now. Just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Locke. And that is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Here's Hill on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide, they want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. To throw it is Locke.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
3rd and 2. Locke's going to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in, because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Locke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing now is Locke. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
They don't want it, boys. They don't want it. They don't want it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was Dwayne Haskins with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And just a quick hitch route there, complete to his tight end. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Watch out for Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time.
Here we go.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Now, 50, Mike, 50. 180. First down, we're good, we're good. 185.
Carr now on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now Carr. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Check four. Single.
From the gun, it's Carr. The throw taken in by Cole. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Carr. They complete it to Hill. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
50, plant. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Locke. And this one complete to Reed. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. And he'll give it here to his running back. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 39, Locke, and he fires one incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Aguilar has it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Locke now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Locke going to try and throw on third down. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Locke now on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. Third down here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. It's caught by Aguilar. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So he's got another field goal, his 4th now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
What we got?
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Single.
From the 38, Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 18.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Okay, baby, let's go.
Automatic first down.
Let's go.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense. It's not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From midfield now, Haskins. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. And he rifles one incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Love. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Haskins on first down. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Haskins, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd and long. On play action, it's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
180. 180. We're good. 185. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing now is Carr. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. He's giving him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haskins, and he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Third down, here's Haskins. And he fires one, but incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, the football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the 1st, but instead it's 3rd down. Now it's Haskins. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead, and they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Got a man. That's Quinn. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll look to throw. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He's back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On the draw, this is Love. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. He'll look to throw as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Raiders, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finish the first half at 3-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5, and they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the